boy and a girl come in the store here and tried to rob the man. And he got his pistol and shot him. And he also got shot in the right arm.
Were they carrying weapons?
Yes, ma'am. They had his arm with a .22 revolver.
Could you please describe the two suspects?
A colored female and a colored male. I think the colored female shot in the leg, and I wasn't able to determine where the colored male was shot, but he looked like he was hurt pretty bad.
Did they get away with any money?
No, ma'am. We recovered all the money.
How much money was that?
I don't have any idea. We haven't counted it yet.
How badly hurt is the owner of this jewelry shop?
He's shot in the upper right arm. Not very serious.
Mr. McKee has contributed so much to the betterment of Dallas. He has been, as president of the Crime Commission, he has been very vigorous in his fight against crime, and also his work in connection with the political life of Dallas. He's been a tremendous leader, and well, I'm just still in the state of shock to think that this would happen. The Crime Commission is much bigger than any one man, and I know that it will continue to go forward with or without John McKee. At an appropriate time, and without being stampeded into any hasty action, I would think that the Crime Commission would consider the situation and come forth with a fair and forthright decision.
Both black and white parents pelted the Triethnic Committee with school complaints today, expecting solutions where the committee could offer none. The white parents complained about busing and discipline. As Mrs. Edward Hayne put it, busing is like a cake. We've put the cake in the oven with all the ingredients, and the cake is a flop.
The learning process is vastly diminished. More directly to you, I am concerned that it is affecting my children because they are not getting the education they have gotten in prior years.
Parents had a lot of gripes about white teachers and administrators, and School Superintendent Nolan Estes came in for some hard blows for Mrs. Norma Richardson.
And Mr. Kelly stated in front of Nolan Estes that in his heart, he didn't feel like that he could have no dealing with blacks. He stated this. And then, too, Nolan Estes is going to turn right around and try to explain what he means. How can he explain what he means when he don't stated what he meant? He said what he meant.
All in all, the Triethnic Committee heard grievances for more than 4 hours, sometimes defending itself against parents who charged the committee with responsibility for not only erasing racial tensions, but with stopping forced busing. Martha McIntyre, Channel 8 News, on the Move.
It's already achieved a great deal. I think people lose sight of that fact.
What do you think it has achieved so far?
Well, it's broken the ice. It's opened. It really has opened a new era. What's coming now is a follow-up of this. The visit will, I think, sort of formalize that new development in Chinese-American relations. I don't think myself it will bring about diplomatic relations immediately. That's not possible. The question of Taiwan is a little bit difficult for America to solve at the moment, but it will be solved. That I'm quite certain of.
Mr. Nixon keeps saying, don't be too optimistic.
Yes, because I think he has in mind that the fact that one talk like this won't solve a great number of questions. It's only the beginning of a whole dialogue that will go on for a long time.
One, of course, is the basic salaries for beginning attorneys. who would like to make that a life's career, those salaries should be increased. Secondly, we should take time out of their very busy schedule in the DA's office to school these apprentice attorneys and give them more extensive on-the-job training, which the district attorney is going to do, I understand, starting next week.
Well, rugby as a game descended from soccer. It evolved from soccer football in 1823, and it's been changed slightly over the years. It's the first ball handling game that's ever set a code and a set of rules, although ball handling games are as old as man has been playing games. It's the only international amateur version of football.
Mike, would you compare rugby with professional football for me?
Well, there's a lot more running. We're going 40-minute halves, no timeouts, and it's just the fact of a whole lot of running.
Had you played rugby before, Mike?
I played it a little bit in my last semester at KU, but not that much. I'm still learning the game now.
I understand that this is yours first game.
Yes, there's a full 15-a-side it is. We played in the tournament 2 weeks ago in San Antonio, took second.
Know what happened?
Oh, honey, I'm not in no mood to talk. I get up and over the cliff.
Hey, not on the farm, man.
Well, they can scoot across.
Come over here.
They can scoot across there.
Scoot across. Here's a little seat in the back.
Oh, he's just in the back. That's all right. Vamos, bien así.
Bien, Zampa. Bien, Zampa, bien.
Dick Watkes is a Dallas businessman. His friend Jimmy is what many would call a juvenile delinquent. Watkes is married and has a daughter of his own, but every week he spends at least 2 hours with Jimmy, and sometimes more, under a program called Volunteer Inspirational Personality, or VIP for short. The idea is to provide an adult friend for the young person in trouble, and there's no structure to what they do. Watkes and Jimmy might go to a movie or out to eat. Yesterday they went shopping together, but today it was simply a walk in the park. And authorities say this is the kind of thing which is helping to cut down on juvenile crime in Dallas.
The juvenile delinquency increase in the nation is up approximately 11.5%. The juvenile population increase in Dallas is up approximately 5%, but the delinquency decrease is down 7.5%. We feel that this ties very closely to the VIP, or Volunteer Inspirational Personality, because these children, without exception, feel unloved, unwanted, and uncared for. Through this program, these people, by doing something every week, prove to this child that they do care. And one child in my office said, Mr. Morgan, I don't know what we'll do day after tomorrow, but we'll do something. And that was the most important statement he could have made.
There are plenty of Jimmies in Dallas for the VIP program. The problem is there aren't enough people like Dick Watkes, the kind of people who make the program work. Jack Hill, Channel 8 News on the Move.
We think this is going to have a significant impact on the numbers of animals that are now killed by the elimination of the poisoning program.
Some sheepmen say, though, that this executive order will have drastic effects on the sheep raising industry.
Well, quite frankly, we think that's a little ridiculous and absurd. So far as we've been able to estimate, the sheep growers have not yet conclusively demonstrated that the coyote and wolves are really responsible for any significant numbers of losses.
Now, it's a very complex problem, but one of the most frequent factors that you run to is the lack of the necessary visual perceptual skills. And maybe I can illustrate it this way. If I said to you, what is that? You would probably say to me, well, it's a bunch of lines, and that's exactly right. And a child sees many lines in organized groups, but doesn't know what they mean. But if I tell you that that's a soldier going around a corner with a dog, and I show this to you again a week from now or a month from now, you'll remember what that symbol stands for. Now, this is the problem with the youngsters, their inability to give meaning to what they see.
Mr. Fitzpatrick, how long have you had this dog?
About 3 days.
Could you tell me what kind of dog he is?
It's a new breed of dog. It's great for traveling. Doesn't require any special box or nothing. Put him out on the plane.
Well, I noticed a sign when I came in the building that says no pets allowed. What did the police say about you having this dog?
Well, they checked him over and said that as long as I had the permission, there'll be no problem at all. The airlines had no objection to the new breed.
Well, it's a new breed. Just how old is he?
He's about 2 months old right now, and I found him out in Los Angeles about a week ago, and the reaction. We're in Vegas for the last 3 or 4 days. He appeared on the Jackie Leonard show. Matter of fact, we just walked up on the stage impromptu and kind of got a little charge out of that.
Do people think that you are a little odd, or
the reaction is unusual. It breaks down to several categories. Probably 1 in 20 will come over and pet the animal. And of this, 4 people have kicked it. And in each case, they were an executive. President of a firm, 3 vice presidents have kicked it. And but the average person comes over and is amused at it and pets it and understands.
Yes, and karate, and many people think is and tournament karate is all karate, but the tournament is a part of karate, I believe, because we have a beautiful martial art, then also we have a beautiful and a self-defense technique, also we have a tournament and fighting. So and the karate, why so today so popular? Because anybody, young and man, and young and old, women and men, and anybody, any age, anywhere, we can practice it. So karate is so popular in the United States.
So everyone here has a black belt, is that right?
Right. Everybody is competing in the team competition. That's a black belt.
Where do you all go from here?
Well, if we win this tournament here, we'll try to win the international team championships in Long Beach in the summer.
Okay, what date will that be held?
Usually the first weekend in August or the last weekend in July.
Okay, thanks a lot.
Thank you.
Even though I'm not real versed in the art of karate, I would have to be considered one of the toughest opponents here today because in my right hand, under my karate jacket, I have a .358 Magnum handgun.